Alright, so if you found this message by now, that means we haven't come back. No, just kidding. This is day one, Sunday morning, heading out. Canoe landing, Snowbank Lake. Canoe landing just behind us. Woo! That's really good to get on video. Michael losing his paddle. Yep, Dad's working away. We have beautiful rain has moved off. The other party that we met left us alone, and we are headed that way towards Ima Lake. And
hopefully it's the right way.
Yeah.
Naomi wasn't really sure.
No.
She wasn't sure.
But we'll probably see you again at campsite tomorrow. Okay, so this is morning of day 2. We have a beautiful sunrise to the east. It's about almost 8 o'clock, and this is camp for the night. So we came in from this direction, landed here, got our canoe up for the night, and then camp, and the U.S. Forest Service fire grate is over there. It was all right. We ended up getting in about 3:30. Very nice open campsite that was recommended to us by our outfitter, and we're probably going to travel again today. We covered about 10 to 12 miles yesterday. We're going to hit up. This is Ima Lake, by the way, and I forget where we're going, but we're going to travel again. Thomas, probably further than Thomas Lake today. But that's about it. See you again in a bit. Okay, so here we are, end of day 2. End of day 2, sun's somewhere up there. About an hour left. So right, we are still at the same campsite. Okay, so here we are at the end of the second day with the second take on this video because Michael hit buttons. We are about an hour from sunset here and at the same camp as last night. We did not travel today. We did some fishing and not hitting buttons this time. We did some fishing today in a lake to the south we believe is called Magnet Lake. It's a little mislabeled on the map, but caught no fish. Fish there from like 8 to 1:30 or 8 o'clock to 1:30-ish, and nothing, no nibbles. We think the water's poisoned or something, and very little, we didn't see any water birds or game fowl until the very end, but they weren't catching anything either. This is campsite. We had steaks tonight for dinner, and then we are headed to Hatchet Lake, which is a portage right in the middle of those rocks, way out there. It took a long time. We scouted it out today, afternoon, after coming back from failed fishing. It took a while to find, but we know where it is now, so we're headed for there for a big day of travel. And then I'll just show you here. Ta-da! Map. We are right here in Ima Lake, circled campsite. We fished down here, but we are headed towards this portage into Hatchet Lake, aptly named, then through the south to Thomas's Pond, Thomas's Lake, and we'll take the channel into Fraser Lake and at least get to one of these 2 campsites tomorrow. Plan is if we get there by noon, then we'll take the portages up into Garand Lake, Amaki, I say it different every time, Lake, and then Wissini Lake, and we'll check on these campsites in here. Probably end up at one of those, maybe in Stirrup Lake. But what we're not going to do is take the 85 rod portage into Kerbakik yet. That'll be later. And then of course from there, later days of travel will be up into here, off the map here, and then down, touch Canada, and then back to Lauderell's, which is somewhere down here on the map folds. But that's about it. End of day 2, and we'll see you again after a long day of travel. Okay, and welcome to end of day 3, something like that. It's Tuesday, 13th. About 4:30, we're starting dinner here. New campsite. Man, there's the focus back. New campsite is in Wasini Lake. We made it. We made it through Thomas and all that, and through Fraser, and kept going. Stopped traveling about 2 o'clock or so because we found this place. So, we came from that way. That is, I'll show you on the map. Something that starts with an A. Small Lake, Portage, and we are about 3 or 4 stories up from the water on this campsite. It's pretty cool, and that is Wasini Lake, all through there. This is camp. We got fire going. Dad is currently making mashed potatoes, and we have ham steaks and everything strewn about, and tent is back there. So pretty cool place. More traveling today, maybe a light travel day tomorrow. We haven't really planned yet. We're just getting down to dinner.
Traveled as much the first day.
Yeah, let me find the map here. We traveled as much today as we did the first day. Okay. Oh, here we go. And contrast and focus, go. So we started there in Ima Lake. Went down here, 50-rod portage into Hatchet Lake. We took some short portages through some swamps into Thomas's Pond, another portage into Thomas Lake. Came out here, went behind this island across these coves. We stopped here for lunch, then continued on, took the portage up, or no, sorry, it's a channel actually. Didn't have to get out of the canoe there, into Fraser Lake, and came all the way up, very windy, all the way up here. This was taken, this was open, we think maybe taken, but we felt good, so we kept traveling. So we took the portage into Garand Lake, and then the portage into Almuki Lake, and a long 90-rod portage into Wasini. And we are at this campsite right here. So next travel day will be into Stirrup, then 85 rods into Kerbakik. And yeah, maybe further on. We get into a lot of campsite choices up in there. A much more traveled area of the Boundary Waters area. But that is it. Real nice, easy day of travel by ourselves most of the time. Unlike the first day where we had people chasing us and people in front of us. Yeah, real nice and calm, relaxing, nice easy pace. So, and we got a lot done actually, a lot of distance covered. So I'm gonna eat and we'll see you later. Okay, welcome back again. It's Wednesday now, middle of the day. We are done with our final portage of the day, and not this island, but this far shore is our first glimpse of Canada. It's up there. We just came from Bonnie Lake that way, and we're about to portage out and find camp for the night, but just wanted to show you Canada, America's hat. Okay, camp. Camp is, this is later in the day, Wednesday. Tonight, we're making dinner. We got 3 cheese lasagna cooking, and apple cobbler for dessert. And then we're actually, the frying pan being set up now is, we're gonna make a garlic bread out of that. This is new campsite, kind of hidden here. And then really big birch trees, really big rocks that you used to trip on. Kind of secluded, this camp, but it's got a great view. Sun's going down. That is Canada. We we shout insults at them. They shout back. It's all great fun, you know. They're not as polite as you would think. Let's see. So yeah, camp's up the hill here. And where's my map? So we started today from this campsite in Wasini, portage into Stirrup, long portage into Kekekabik. Learned how to say it right. We went this way across the lake and then out and found another long portage to get out of there. Then we went into Pickle Lake, then into Spoon Lake. Lunch was at that campsite there. Oatmeal cookies and beef jerky and stuff. Then into Bonnie Lake. Bonnie Lake we actually fished this left side. Got some, not really bites, but very clear water. So there was twice we were actually able to see the fish come up and take a look at our lures. It was pretty cool. Then we took the portage. We were gonna try to do this Thunderhead hiking trail, but the waters were rough, and we think we'll do that in the morning to get better pictures. We stopped at this campsite. It was open, but not very good, so we went on. But ended up every campsite after that until here was taken. So that's where we are for the night. We're actually gonna plan on staying here 2 nights. We're gonna book it over to Thunderhead probably before breakfast, get good shots and good panoramas of the place, and then head over Portage Lake we were at 5 years ago and had good fishing there, especially because no one seemed to go there. It's only one way in, one way out. It's not a traffic way. So we're gonna try that and then camp here. And then Friday we are gonna actually touch Canada for a bit, cleanse our shoes, and then continue down, and then actually head back Moose Lake that way. So we'll see. Bread's going on the fryer, so catch you later. Okay, it's the next morning, Thursday. A little late start getting out today, but it's just me and Dad and a light pack. We are heading towards a hiking trail called the Thunderhead, and it is on that island. And this, right in front of us, is a Boundary Waters traffic jam. That is about as close, you know, as far as density goes, that's probably the most dense spot we've been in yet so far, other than maybe a portage or two at the first day, but yeah, that's about it. Say hi Canada, hi Minnesota, we own the island, and yep, we'll see you at the top. Okay. Bald Eagle is heading towards Canada. Yeah, he hit the water once trying to get something, and he's pretty far out now. I don't know if anything's going to be picked up, but that's... now he's around the corner. Okay, we'll try and get him again. So here we are at the top of the hike. This is Thunderhead Trail.
Yes.
We just came up that hill thing there. And this is actually a pretty rare perspective that we don't really get in the Boundary Waters, is all of that. Our camp is actually somewhere around that point. nice little morning swim for us. But yeah, it's a great view. Got some good panoramas out on it. Little finch. We saw a bald eagle somewhere down there while we were on the water, so gonna hopefully try and get maybe another shot of him if he flies by. Cool. See you later. Okay, we're gonna go say hi to these Canadian seagulls. Scare them back across the border. Those dead trees over there have about 20 Canadian gulls that are telling us to get away. Yeah, we're just defending the border here a bit. Helping the eagles out, keeping the terrorists out. Just gonna see how these guys react. The loons are usually pretty cool until you get right next to them and then they poop and swim. Gulls, I don't know what's gonna happen. yeah. How fast can they swim? We were talking. It's funny they don't act like wildlife in Kansas, where they either run away really quick or they're trained to come at you for food. But these are kind of in between. Kind of not wanting to mess with you. There they all go, scattered. Hey, yep, it does. Okay. Hey guys. Oh, I'm totally not ready. Oh. It is the end of Thursday, on the 15th. There's the focus. We are still at the same camp. My fire kind of died and Dad's getting it back. Bugs have been really bad today. We did a play day. Let me show you. So here we are at this campsite. We got on the water about 8, pretty late. Headed up, and there's this hiking trail on this island here, called the Thunderhead. It was pretty cool, really good view. We got cell phone service up there, so made a call, took a few pictures, sent some messages. That was pretty good. And then we rode all the way back, came back, had blueberry pancakes, breakfast, then rode all the way down. Got lost in this cove, looking for the portage, and a jerk duck did not show us the way out, unlike the beaver on the first day. Anyway, around, and then we took the portage into Portage Lake. Actually, the only fish we landed was a very nice sized pike we got pictures of, and then we paddled back, and we were severely dehydrated and had dinner. Tomorrow is our last big portage day. We leave, we get to actually go into Canada on Big Knife Portage, and then a series of smaller portages. And we'll camp probably in here, or if we make it further in here. Because after camp Friday night, wake up Saturday morning is just to get out of boundary waters. So it's coming down, and we need to make it down here to this boat access. That is La Tourelle's, our outfitter. So, but it's nice because there's no portages in here. Maybe there's this small little shortcut we could take, but we can actually just go around if we want. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get that portage done and be camped. But that's that's about it. Oh, bear bag is actually quite funny. I don't know if I've shown this on a video yet, but you have to hide your food from the black bears every night. So anything edible is in that bag right there. One rope ties it to the tree, the other one pulls it away. The idea being the bear can't climb this tree and get at the bag. And actually, that is my reach right there. I know perspective is kind of hard, but it's a good 3 feet above me. And yeah, just enough to make it to where the bear goes. Not worth the effort. It's just pretty funny because yeah, right. It's just funny because after dinner and we pack up and clean up, everything edible or smells like edible goes up in that bag. So no midnight snacks in the Boundary Waters. But that's about it. I'm fully charged again off of Dad's battery pack, so be taking more video tomorrow and stuff. So we'll see you later. This is my friend, Mr. Frog. He is nicely camouflaged. Let's see if he'll... It's really hard to tell how big he is. He's the biggest frog we've seen. He'd make a really good bait for some pike. But anyway. So the one thing I haven't shown you guys yet is the nightly tradition here in Boundary Waters. And that is kill everything in the tent.
Well, not everything.
Almost everything. If it doesn't have a soul, it dies. So, right at dusk, the sun has gone behind the trees, so it's time to get in the tent before you get eaten alive. And one person shines the flashlight, and we find every bug in the tent. Well, we seal it up, and then we find every bug in the tent, like that guy. Yeah. And everything dies. So, before we go to sleep. Anyway, just something kind of cool, unique. See you later. Okay, so here we are, Friday morning. We just paddled out. We've been paddling about 45 minutes across beautiful, beautiful glass smooth water. Really nice, no rain today, although no clouds or wind, so it's probably gonna get hot, but that is Canada. That is Minnesota. We are headed right down there to maybe, if it probably just sounds like static to the video, but you can hear the rapids up ahead. And this is where we'll actually get to step on Canada for a bit. There's some shared land agreement that lets us walk there without invading. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty nice little day at morning row. Oh, okay. Here we are, lunchtime. It is a little later in the afternoon Friday. We stopped at this place. This is the end of our shared portages with Canada. So we just came, there's a portage right down there. That's on the US side that we came down. That is Canada, right there. It's a silly place. We're stopped here by some nice waterfalls, and we're gonna have PB&Js. So, yep, we'll see you when we make camp. So I must always start off with the sun to my back. Not good for video. Here we are. Whoop, that's my dinner timer. That's what we need. Late in the day Friday. We just ate spaghetti. We have some berry cobbler that is being rehydrated and some coffee. We are at a new campsite. It's actually pretty cool because like the fire pit is right here on this triangle-shaped rock. That's pretty cool. We did a long day of travel today. We went. So remember, we started here, and then we came all the way down. We went through the shared portages, so we got to do 75 rods actually on Canada, and then through some small lakes, and then 1, 2, 3 more portages on the American side out into Carp Lake. We did lunch like here at the rapids, I think. Somewhere really close, one of those two. Really cool. Got good pictures of me grabbing a turtle. Then came across 40 rod portage, and then all the way down, checked out a few campsites. Some were taken, and then we ended up settling at this campsite here, right on this peninsula. So we're really close to the Canadian entry point where Canadian Customs is, and tomorrow we'll probably zip down 5 rod portage, and then it's straight down Sucker Lake into Moose Lake over there to get home and get out, and then we'll hit the drive and hit Ely for lunchish, and then we'll be done. So pretty cool. Today was actually a pretty exhausting day. Lots of sun, very little wind, and we were out on the water rowing. So we'll finish up dinner here. See you later. So Dad pointed out that there's some things that I've never really shown you guys. One, we'll start with the water. It's gonna be hard to get a shot of it, but you can't really drink the lake water. A lot of floating debris, not to mention like giardia and stuff. Bad stuff. So we don't drink the water, and there's no running water. So what we do, we go out to the lake, we fill this giant bag up, and there is a carbon filter in there. And then it drips, and that is our clean water. And if you want it any faster, we also have a pump filter that you can hook up.
Sometimes we have to re-wash the dishes.
Yeah. Sometimes we re-wash dishes. There's no like work surfaces out here, and definitely no clean surfaces. So it makes some things rather interesting. We chopped firewood today. We're hoping it'll be dry for the morning because we have Denver omelets. Okay, so the other thing that we've never seen is, we set up a tarp to keep the dew off of our gear. And then, where do you go to the bathroom out here? Kind of like on Star Trek, there's no bathrooms. Well, there's very few bathrooms out in the Boundary Waters, and let me show you. So, here's camp. Come down the trail. Whoop, cobbler's done. And okay, camp, and then so a campsite is marked by the fire grate and the toilet that the Park Service puts in. So we just come all the way back here, and it's the only approved place to do your business. But usually there's a pretty good trail at every campsite, because everyone makes this walk kind of thing. And you come all the way back into the woods. And there you go. A wonderful, luxurious single piece of fiberglass with a hole below it that the Park Service has dug for us, and you just contribute your goods. So that's about it. You gotta, I mean, if it's late night and you wake up and you need to go, you're taking your flashlight